Hello. So, kick this off. So here I am at 1:30 in the morning, and I just thought I'd do something different. Um, because I have had a lot of issues, unfortunately, medically, and um, those continue. But at this point, I'm not going to whine and complain about it because honestly, it's not worth it. So I wanted to talk about some things I did when I was younger because trust me, there were a lot of dumb things I did when I was younger. Like when I was 13 and I and the neighborhood gang, the hooligans that we were called, ran around having fun. And one day we jumped a fence and went down into the quarry there in Joliet, Illinois, which is a big flagstone provider. And we were just walking along, exploring the edge, and all of a sudden I saw two guys climb over the fence and start running at us. And so we took off. And, I was always the slow poke anyway. So I'm trailing behind, and we finally found a spot in the fence where we could crawl under, and we all got under and hid behind uh, a house, and we watched them run right on by. And then we went to uh, one of my friend's houses inside, and they were literally going from house to house to find us, and nobody answered the door when they did. And then there was a time that when I was a little older, I was like, I don't know, 17, I think. Um, there was another quarry when I lived over on Doris Avenue there in Joliet with my family, um, and it had filled with water. They hit a well, and it filled very rapidly, and I mean there was trucks and shovels and all kinds of stuff still sitting in the bottom of the quarry. So we would always go down there and fish, and I spent time there with my dad, and it was a lot of fun. And one night, a friend and I, we decided to go. He was staying overnight at the house with us, with me, and we decided to go down and just sit by the bank side of the quarry there, and we started a fire, and we were just sitting there talking, not doing anything. And then we look over to the far edge on the western side, which was a garbage, just horrible garbage area, and it was on fire. I thought, oh, okay, wonder what did that. And then we looked behind us where there was a whole bunch of garbage that people had dumped behind the house, and it was on fire. And here came the fire department in both places and police, and they had their big, big searchlights. And of course, they trained them right on us. And I mean to tell you, we kicked those logs into the water so fast, round, ran around the quarry because we knew the path and the trails, and went back up the hill and back up into the woods, and yet again crawled under another a high chain link fence, and that was part of the Sunny Hill Nursing Home property on Doris Avenue, and beat it to the house, and we got in, no harm, and fortunately there was no damage to people or property or anything like that. So very fortunate there. Then There was another time when, which was an old abandoned B&O um, train. Uh, uh, it was a part of the B&O and the Rock Island train system. And so it was nicely wooded and it was all flat and pretty nice. And there was a billboard. I mean, it was a real tall one because Interstate 80 ran right next to it. The box was open. The box that had all the controls in it. So we were standing there looking up, and I saw the switch. It looked like a slot machine switch. And so yeah, I pulled it down, and the lights went off on the billboard. And then I pushed it up, and the lights came back on. So we stood there, and we literally kept turning it on and off and on and off and on and off. Well, once again, we caught the attention of the friendly law enforcement, the firemen of the Joliet Police Department, railroad tracks, and back into my home. So, or our family's home. So, yeah. And I think finally I'll just, speaking of trains, I'll just close with this. We were out on a Friday night again, me and this friend, his name was Tony, who I had done all of these shenanigans with, except the quarry at the beginning. We were walking along the B&O's train track system again. Here came a train. I wasn't going very fast. So we stood back for a little bit, looked at each other, waited, ran up next to it, grabbed the ladder that went up the side of the train, hopped on to one of the cars. I don't know what was in the inside of the tank. It wasn't one of the black ones you see, but it was a big gray one. And we decided we'd ride it for a little bit, and we did. And when I first got there onto the ladder, my feet slipped off the ladder and swung underneath it. And needless to say, I pulled myself up real fast. So so yeah, we had some fun. And once the train started to pick up a little speed, we decided to just jump off because it would be. I'll give you one more. Why not? Nobody's gonna watch us anyway. Um, the Joliet Country Club, which just got sold, and because it went out of business, and unfortunately, someone's going to put storage lockers of all thing on it. And I used to caddy there when I was 13, and every weekend, I'd make $15-$20, and for a 13-year-old kid, that was a lot of money in the 70s. So anyway, one night when we got off the train, we were right at another fence, which you were more than able to get under for the golf course. So we did. There was no night watchman or very low lighting on the course at that time. And we ran around the greens and changed the flags, because they were numbered, changed the flags, and wrote things in the sand, and we didn't do any damage. I've seen golf courses. I used to golf, and I've seen golf courses that have been horribly vandalized by people, and we didn't do that. It was all in fun, and you know, that's just a few of the dumb things I've done. But you know, back in the '70s, it was fun, and it was innocent fun. And obviously, if you did it today, you'd get your butt fried in big ways. So yeah, yeah, my office is still messy. Yes, that's a chair that was in the shower, but it's not there anymore because we got a better one, and we just haven't figured out what to do with it yet. We don't want to throw it away. But yeah, I have to just sit down because of my ankle is still healing. So anyway, hope you watch it. Hope you like it. Um, I had a lot of fun. So uh, good times, fun memories. So with that, I'll say good morning and good night. Oh, this is a hat I had made Southern Illinois when my dad passed away last month or in December, and so I had it made, and there's a nice guy down there. Anyway, yeah, I ramble a lot right now. So have a good night, and maybe I'll see you again sometime, and um, we'll talk about good things. So in this pandemic, that's profoundly affecting me too. So everybody, bye.